When talking about fluid statics or actually pressure, there is a very useful uh, principle, which is Pascal's principle. And what Pascal states is that the if there is a pressure or a difference in pressure exerted in a certain part of the liquid, that difference in pressure will be exactly the same at all points in the liquid. For instance, if we have a column of liquid or fluid, it could be any fluid, right? And I exert a difference of pressure in this point, this difference in pressure will be transmitted to all of the fluid exactly at the same rate. This is very useful, for instance, when working with hydraulic lift. Usually we have, for instance, a fluid which is, it could be oil, right? And in the hydraulic lift, what we want is to lift a very, very heavy object, for instance, a car, which are tons and tons and tons of force, and we want to lift it with a very, very small force, which then, for instance, if I have this section where we have a very small area, let's call this area 1, and I input a certain force, no? And for instance, the pressure here, pressure 1, is force 1 over the transverse area 1. Then Pascal's principle states that this pressure that I am exerting in this side, pressure 1, is going to be exactly the same in the whole liquid. So this will come towards the other end, where, for instance, the pressure at the other side is going to be the same. So pressure 1 equals pressure 2, and this will only state that force 1 over area 1 equals force 2 over area 2. And since area 2 is much larger than area 1, then force 2 is going to be equal to force 1 over area 1 times area 2, and this larger area will state or will produce a very, very large force.